welcome back to Hooked on You. This is part 3 that we're doing, and we are about to have some dinner with the killers, and I am ready, and I am hot as hell. It is burning up in this goddamn shed, and I'm gonna have to air out soon, and I'm getting a lot of congestion, so, yeah, anyway, a little bit too TMI, but here we go. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And, oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Okay. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refused to sit next to Trickster, I believe. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprise? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir. Cancel! Oh, that's bad! That was bad! Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. My whole shit gets a little flustered. Hey there, you looking good. Ooh, yeah, the shirtless. Oh, yeah, just... Oh, shirt off and everything. I'm not taking my shirt off for you guys, sorry. I'm trying to actually not get canceled from YouTube. Here we go. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. Why not? No, seriously, their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they sit side by side. Ah, okay, gotcha. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on the screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It was completely intentional. Just back up a little bit. Just okay, whatever. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? That's just plot armor that you're giving yourself for any bugs that might be in the game, isn't it? That's what it is, I'm sure. Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them sit on top. The rest of them will sit opposite you. Okay, whatever. I'm on one side of the picnic table. Everyone else is on the other side. Huntress and Trapper can sit at ends with their enormous, sexy arms. Enormous! Blah! Blah! Arms that are so big and sexy! Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite! What, just meat? Meat is good. Just meat. Meat is murder. Yeah. Which, you know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get all judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true. Isn't it, like, a thing where the Wraith is, like, he was only killing bad people? I don't remember. Technically true is the best kind of true. Oh, technically true is the best kind of true. That's what I meant to say. This is my Trapper voice. Ha ha ha. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, sexy. You thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. Oh, God. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving... Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Secondly, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. It's like a clean, and at least it's clean when the meat is cooked, not blood. No blood. Blood everywhere. Ugh, you two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough! Grow up! Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs.
The hell it is!
Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you like. Please stop. I hate when we fight, or talk, or even when we look each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great, instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Sykesy, I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Felix, no! Felix, no! Not Felix! Felix, no! Otherwise, it was going on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 straight hours. I'm not sitting here for that long. Jesus. And it does not matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapon, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. It's a valid concern, okay? Hey, why don't you let me carve up dinner? Felix. Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated it. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Minigames, okay. Yeah, I know. I've seen this minigame stuff. Okay. I'm ready. Ready. I'm not going to use my mouse. I'm actually going to move that off screen. Anyway, here we go. Slice. Oh, shit. Perfect. Perfect. Fuck. You missed completely. Wah! Perfect! I'm perfect at everything I do! Fuck. You missed completely. That was pretty good. I like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially from the masked killers while they eat, which involve lifting their masks and shoving food behind them, are nasty.
I always wear my mask all the time.
Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on. Come on. I don't know why the ocean sounds like a ghost now. Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting. It could be if they tried to just mash stuff through the mask.
Under the mask.
Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Sykesy. Number two is no number two. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Yeah. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. I could, examine it for you if you'd like. I consider something of a scientist myself. Between the food and behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse, they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What will you tell them? Look at this! Okay, sorry, not using it. Look at that seagull! Wow, you ever see a seagull that big? That's incredible! Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Sykesy. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise. Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here?
I mean, how you got here?
Yes, you did. Poor thing. Did I tell them that?
You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal and you've been standing in the sun.
But the seagull. The seagull. Oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait. You haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Oh! Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about... Oh, not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path, or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you'll pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something worse. Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right? Yeah. For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the only one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why am I here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you will learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. Gotta give it to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. Thanks, man. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked, some of them I did not. It's in your best interest to make more choices that I like. For the choices might be yours to make, but they're mine to reward. Interesting. You wake up to find the trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. You had me worried there, passing out like that. I thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody. Nobody dies on this island without my permission. I am the one that dictates who dies. Look at all the... Thanks, I guess? Don't mention it. I meant that. Don't mention it. Somebody might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation to uphold. Why is it all of a sudden Western? Starting to understand, I think. When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of a table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open, but I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air would help wake you up, and I brought you down by the water. That's really thoughtful of you, Trapper. It's really, really thoughtful, actually. What? A magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis can also be thoughtful? Don't answer because it's obvious. Adonis was a pussy. Killed by a boar. Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet. So I'm here to talk to you, just like a regular human person. And right now I'm worried I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me or how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. Possibly, maybe, a little bit. Can't say that about everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others, henceforth. I think it's time I shared something with you that I haven't shared with anyone in a long time. Oh, he's gonna whip it out! Here it comes! It's a big part of who I am. I think you're ready for it. It is a big part! You watch the trapper reach into his singlet and pull out some sort of rolled up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand. Grasp it firmly! Firmly grasp it! It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know what this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it? Of course I want to see it, Trapper. Yes, I'd love to. I'm so excited you're ready to share this with me. Trapper does not unroll the paper and show it to you. He simply stares at you and watches your smile soften and fade. The longer he stares at you, the closer he seems to get. What an interesting response. Thanks, I hope. Trapper looks at you, piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Just as things are really heating up, You hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on the strange island, and only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, with their waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after Campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Okay. Awesome. Cool. Everyone's at the fire pit now. Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind for some evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story, but story time's my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that the only person here gets to only one person here gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group? That never goes well.
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. Merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no mess.
Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. Guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before. Even though it's taken some pressure off of me, which is like an absolute dream come true, it is really fair to pick up. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule? Even once?
Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two, I know you love to hack, slash, and slice.
Who the hell are Donald and Cynthia? We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. No, his name is nobody. But we still gotta start on story time, so. Sykesy, who do you think should go? Damn it, that's the name. That's a name.
You remembered my name. She remembered my name!
Okay, well, Wraith seemed very enthusiastic, so. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted on avoiding an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya? Oh, okay. I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as it is. I thought you liked it's the story time. You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into his hollow, dark eye sockets. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with the clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off, into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him.
What did you do?
He asked the boss. I did your job for you. What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars. The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in an evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. Why do you think you were crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are? I don't know, mumbled the young man. Yes, you do, screamed the boss. Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just don't want to admit it yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems. Eliminate their witnesses. Tie up their loose ends. Or actually, you do. No, the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls. The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying, and when the boss started laughing that it happened, something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl in the old man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car and the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, in his stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, wet, crying face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, further piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room. Until... Bro, I want to know more about that story. That poor young man. I wonder what happened to him. Oh, yeah, we may never know. Well, wherever he is, I hope he's okay. I can't tell, but I think Wraith just smiled. Sorry, it's just weird to see him do it. Yeah, I've always had a soft spot for the Wraith story. Like, it's like, he became a killer. I don't know why he's like a killer killing everyone in Dead by Daylight, but like, he started killing killers. He was a killer killing killers. And that was that, I don't know. And just the fact that he was tossed in it, so... Yeah, it was just not a very good situation for him. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a bit so that they all can have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song! Oh, that was it. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge on this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in the ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Alright, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what makes this cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey, probably not going to make a great impression because I guess that's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, look, the others aren't around. And I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool and, like, I don't know, whatever, you know? Okay. I dip in the pool with the Wraith. You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him and offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Okay. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump in the ocean, from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Okay. Hey, do you remember my story? Do you mean the one you just told me like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes. Did you, like? What did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? Honestly, like, I think I don't know. I don't know. I've never been in a situation like that. I can't say that he's weird for turning like that immediately, or if he's not weird for like going to the authorities, or for what or whatever. I honestly, I would just forgive him. I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. And who knows what happened to in his past to lead him to that point. He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted, was to be good. Yes, this is the closure I needed with the Wraith for the Dead by Daylight game. This is it, right here. This is it. This is what I needed. I didn't know I needed it until now. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Yes and no. Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. I think we all have a little of him inside of us. Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly because that's just who he is. Okay. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in the water now, or is it just me? I just feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. Not since I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago. Exactly, the one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we were about to make things awkward when we barge in. But obviously we can't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not for us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two raged late into the night. I didn't need that imagery in my head. But you're not here to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. So why not? Why can't I party with them? They seem to have a lot of rage pent up, and I can help with that. You head over to the campfire. Heat is comforting. Look into the cracking embers. Think about the Wraith story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? And what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see them smile like that by the firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Okay. Instructions. Okay. Whoa, what am I doing? I'm going for a 98 rock. Oh, fuck. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You just had to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Oh, okay. Alright, I just made that decision. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Well... I want my nerdy goth girlfriend. Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she feels restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. My pores are being steamed right now. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. A small comb carved from bamboo. I guess you could hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I want it back though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me? If it's the last thing I do. Finally start to feel sleepy, except maybe this isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. You just try to keep your eyes open, but you can't. Darkness overtakes you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everybody knows that. Even amnesiac video game protagonists know that. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you'd like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You wake suddenly to see someone looming over you. Huntress is rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you, merely trying to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with the spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but, well, yes, I am saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. Well, I've got you. You should really consider spending more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know? Not in a creepy way. No, not in a creepy way. Ever, never, ever, forever would we creep on each other. Pauses for a long moment. All right, in a charmingly creeping way. I've noticed how fun and loving you seem. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to the special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet and isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. Beef stroganoff? Oh, how could I resist that offer? That all sounds very enticing. I'll let you back to bed. It's been a long day. I feel like Huntress is gonna murder me. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone, for real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep. Again, hopefully you're not poisoned. Why you keep bringing that up, narrator? Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh, jeez. It's one of those silly reality TV show like confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. I think today went really well. There were some of my first interactions with someone who isn't a parent that didn't end in bloodshed or untimely perishing in my Russian cottage. So I'm counting today as a win no matter what happens. What do you think of the newcomer? I have to say, oh, I do. Okay, attractive, mysterious. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I really don't know that many other words since I was raised by my mom in the woods until she was skewered by an elk and I had to wash her entrails off my sarafan. That being said, the other three should make sure to be on their guard. I don't know who this newcomer will want to spend time with tomorrow, but I, for one, will not let my guard down easily. Who knows about the others? Wraith, I think, knows more than he's letting on about this place, but he's a hard nut to crack. Meanwhile, Spirit's just screaming all the time. Major buzzkill, and... Trapper, oof. Where do I even begin with Trapper? He's buff for sure, but daddy issues much? Sheesh. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I ate a fine diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. I mean, she ain't wrong. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. Boink. If I'm being honest,
If I'm being honest, I just want to kill about every person I meet within a minute of meeting them. Even a few people I can tolerate, I want to see suffer for a long time before I kill them. But this person, for some reason, I would like them to continue living for now. One false step and haha, well, you know, everyone calls me the Trapper for a reason. They better call me Trapper. I swear, if I watch this later, and you even list me as Evan, I'm going to kill the Chiron god.
Okay. Well, anyway, I'm going to do the other two in just a second on the next episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, comment on what you thought, subscribe to the channel if you're not already, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!